Happy Pro Day weekend, Draft Craft. It's Dan, it's JP. I just sprayed beer everywhere. It is spilling. I have a hot mess express going on right now to start off the show. The stuff that usually happens to you happens to me. My goodness. What a mess.
Lick there.
Oh, man. I sprayed the screen. I was spilling beer. It's foamy. This is a mess. This is what usually happens to you, world. Dude. Right? I'm just spilling.
You know what doesn't foam? Bourbon. It had just occurred to me that since we started, doing little clips and doing this on video-ish, I've got this giant rack of bourbon behind me and rye and whiskeys. I haven't done any since we did that. So I think next show,
true. Yeah,
I might have to just turn around and grab a random bottle. That's bad.
Yes, be like grab fifth from your left shoulder behind you, bud.
What's that?
Would be a bad idea. Well, let's just say that this is an agitated one, so we'll see how it goes.
Whoa. Let me see the color of yours. Show.
It's enthusiastic. Are we almost mine's a little bit more amber.
Darker.
Yep. Yeah, it's still probably in the same ballpark. We'll see once we get to roughly the halfway point. But again, we've been going through all the position groups and trying to pull together our thoughts on some of the guys who really, this is our list of draft eligible players, more or less. There's always going to be a few, right?
And the ones that we thought were that are no longer draft eligible because they went back to school. I learned that last time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those. My goodness, there's a bunch of those. I think I'm good on these two position groups, although I had to do a lot of tweaking today to make sure that I wasn't too far off with some of the names, but I feel good about actually having guys who are in the draft. I don't necessarily feel good about the order for all of them right now. So it's going to be fun trying to figure that piece out.
I feel
because this
pretty
is two
good
position
about all
groups.
of it. I'm feeling good.
Well, I feel like this is
I'm
two
way
position
different
groups of today. Yeah.
Than
You're
like
the
consensus.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but again, one of the main reasons why we started the show is because we figured the consensus was wrong most of the time anyways. So
fair.
That's part of the fun. But again, we're doing offensive tackles and defensive ends, edge rushers, more or less today. And that right there, that's a position group where I feel like they are very similar, but at different tiers. Like, I feel like there's a bunch of third or day three tackles. Like, there's like the back half or more of this tackle group kind of is more or less interchangeable for me, depending on what you want for your team. I'm not sure how you feel about it.
I've definitely cooled off on the tackle class, mainly because some of the guys that I liked, you do an even deeper dive on. There's a Husky coming on the tape, and I cooled off, and then some of the guys had shorter arms, and they got to get kicked inside. Dude, I'm having like a Husky eruption. I got one going bonkers upstairs, one tap dancing downstairs.
Well, that's because Zephyr basically would be playing defensive end, so he's excited.
Yes, he would be. But we got to start out with tackles. You ready for the tackle data?
Give it to me.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. I got a pet one here. I'm getting a little tap on the side. Since 2004. Yeah, well, dogs win over podcasts. 2004, since 2004, there has been an average of 23 offensive tackles taken. The last 3 years, 22. So, again, still in that same ballpark, only a couple positions. Anything else?
Bro, while you're at it, bud.
Did you hear that? Did the mic pick that up?
I did. Yeah. No,
she's like howling.
That one.
All right. I can't tell with the earbuds in. I don't know what the mic picks up. But yeah, so 22 is what we're going to...
enthusiasm there. That is just, wow, they are excited, man. I'm enjoying this today. They are just
She was chasing her tail, caught it, and then just decided to lay down. Mission accomplished. I'm good now. So I guess,
man.
We're okay.
That always cracks me up, dude.
Wow.
All right, well, but yeah, so 23.
You, because you know these crazy loonies.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they are Looney Tunes.
22 dogs.
Anybody,
22.
My recommendation, anybody, if let's say you caught this clip like this on Instagram, if this is a clip that comes up, go find Husky, mashups on Instagram. It's freaking hilarious, the things that Huskies do, dude.
Oh, man. It's wild.
Yeah, the most dramatic.
You know what
pups.
I just realized, too?
What's that?
I was only supposed to do 22, and I went ahead and I went ahead and ranked 25, Dan.
No, I got 29, so I'm just only going to talk about the top ones.
Oh, well, I've probably got 40 on here, but I'm saying all the ones outside of whatever it is we go to, I just put a UDFA for the ranking. But no, I legitimately ranked 25. So I guess the three that you would ask me that just missed the cut, since I apparently have already identified them. We'll do, and again, reminder, I'm going to rip through round 7 through 4 grades. Okay.
Right.
But the bottom 3, which would apparently be UDFAs, I have Jaden Ramsey from Appalachian State,
Okay.
Alan Heron from Maryland, and
he
Enrique
just made it into
Cruz
mine.
from Kansas. So those
hating
3
on Mr. Cruz. You're hating on Mr. Cruz.
Apparently, he missed it. So we'll see.
Well, we'll get to that later.
So I guess I had 7th round grades on all 3 of them. So the only 7th round grade I have now that I just cut my list live on the show is Travis Burke from Memphis at 22. 21 starting the 6th round grades. I have Derek Simmons from Oklahoma. 20, I got Tristan Lee from Clemson. 19, Isaiah World from Oregon. What a fall from grace that was. I wasn't huge. Well, he was what would you call it? Like a bell curve. I was way down here, had no expectations whatsoever, was extremely intrigued, and then just not. Yeah,
roller coaster.
Yep.
That boy.
So,
especially at that size. 6'8", 318, someone's going to draft him just because.
Yeah, and I think they will. The size, and I was nervous because he was coming from Nevada. I mean, he only allowed 1 sack, but the 5 hits, that's a lot of could-be sacks or almost sacks. So a little scary there if you're going by that. I haven't brought up poop ratio in a while, but it's probably because we haven't been talking about O-linemen.
Today is the day of
that's that whole sack hit if you get it. Yep, if you get the whole sack hit and poop ratio reference. That's 1.38%. I'm just here to tell you, there's only 2 other people I'm talking about that are even in the 1%. Everybody else is less than 1. So again, a little tough love, I guess, for him. And if you count the pressures too, geez, he allowed 18 pressures. That's a over 4% pressure ratio. So it's not great. It's not great. But to finish off the 6th round, I also have Nolan. I think it's called Rucci.
Yep.
Penn State.
Rucci.
He
just
Austin
missed my
Barber,
list.
who I still reserve the right to maybe do something more with him. He was a guy that I actually liked the way he looked at the combine, but I guess I feel like I liked him more at the combine than what I actually see on tape. So I don't know. He could move up a little bit, but with even saying that to the 5th round tops?
Right, exactly.
But he's the 6th. He's the last of the 6. So I got 3 for the 5th round grades. I got Fa'alili. I don't know how you say his name. Fa'amo. Fa'amo.
He's another guy who just missed in my list.
Yeah, and I kind of thought about it because he's 24, but then I also reminded myself that older offensive linemen, not nearly as big of a deal as your older running backs or cornerbacks. I always like to say that. I also have Drew Shelton from Penn State and Mitch Pettis from Florida State in that 5th round tier. The last tier here for the 4th round grades. I have J.C. Davis, Illinois at 13, which I feel is about right, but I'm also way lower than a lot of people on him.
Yeah,
apparently.
I definitely have him higher than that.
Diego Pounds from Ole Miss at 12. 11, I have Demetrius Crowner from Texas A&M. 10, I have Jude Bowery from Boston College. And then 9. This is a guy that I feel like I'm higher on than the consensus. Don't quote me on it. No bets on this. So he could potentially end up being a maybe my guy. But when I say my guy, I don't feel good enough about him to say he's a my guy. But I just noticed that I'm higher in the rankings than everywhere I've seen. I also see that his NFL grade's a 5.68, which is terrible. It's basically tied for 2nd worst out of anybody.
We've seen them
in here,
work on that though.
It's Emil Wagner from Notre Dame. He's the last guy. I got him at 9 in the 4th round grade. So top 8 will be the main ones here. But dude, I don't know what it is. I'm curious to see where you have Wagner. I mean, he's 6'6",
the funny thing about
got
that?
34-inch arms, big paws. He met the threshold at the 40 time, barely missed that 10-yard split, which is actually more important than the 40. Vert was okay, not great. Broad, okay, not great. Bench press, okay, not great. But the main thing is he looks pretty clean on tape. Not nearly as many snaps as a lot of these guys, but still only 1 sack and only 2 hits. I mean, so that's only 3 He's at a
Right.
0.88 poop ratio. I don't know. And
Well,
I went back, looked at the tape. I don't.
let me go ahead and spoil it for you. I got him at 9 as well.
Do you really?
Yeah,
That's fun.
super
What
random.
grade? What round grade?
He's I think I think I have him technically at the end of a third round, so I'm a little bit higher than some of these guys.
So you
than
got
are,
me
but
beat. All right.
not by much though.
All
Not
right.
by much.
Carry
so
on.
I'm going to rip through my tier of guys there as well.
Oh,
And
I
there's
need
a
a
lot of
beer
similar
anyway.
names,
What the
but
heck?
not in similar spots necessarily. So I actually had Isaiah World and Alan Heron and Filey Famoy just out, and Roland Rucci. All those guys were like my 23, 24, 25, 26. They were all right there on the cusp of guys who would have made the back end of that. So where it gets fun, though, is at 22 is where I have Demetrius Crownover, which you have at what, 12?
11.
11. May have to look into him a little bit more and see if I'm missing something there.
I can say, man, the thing with Crownover is like if we did the classic poop ratio, it's okay. He's terrible with pressures, absolutely terrible.
Right.
So I wish I could get a better look at we talk about those pressures. They're pretty subjective.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what was the result of the play? Did he just make the quarterback roll out and they got a first down or a touchdown or whatever it may be? That's tough. But I just look at him and I see the 6'7", the 319, 35 and 3/8 arms, the 10-inch paws.
Yeah, measurables are there.
The solid 40 times. So I have him at 11, knowing that he's not as good as number 11, but knowing that with all the other things, like as far as a project, and what he could be. So he's basically got a super low floor, but a higher ceiling than a lot of these guys.
I think I had him at up as high as 16 at one point. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to go back and take another peek at him. Riley Mallman from Wisconsin is at 21. Austin Barber from Florida is at 20. Jude Bowery is 19. So it's another guy that I have a little lower than you do, but that's I just figured because he's a Boston College boy. That's why you got him up there. Cage Casey from Boise State, I got sitting at 18. Travis Burke from Memphis, 17. Diego Pounds, who you mentioned, 16. Caden Green from Missouri is at 15. Drew Shelton, you mentioned Penn State, 14. Keegan Trost, who I haven't heard from you yet, sitting there at 13 for me.
Oh, that's because he's not a tackle for me. He's inside.
Oh, okay, you got him.
Arms
inside.
are too short.
Gotcha.
Too short.
Okay. Well, 33 3/4 isn't that bad. Oh, wait, am I looking at him or am I looking at the guy above him? Just kidding. 32 3/8. Yeah, fair. Good point. All right, so yeah, he might get moved off this list anyways, and then I can sneak Isaiah World on. 12 is where I've got Enrique Cruz Jr. I do not care. I love the way the man moves. He does not look like a tackle out there. He looks like a freaking tight end with the way that he got around at the combine. So I'm a huge fan of him as a sleeper guy. I am way higher on him than anybody outside of the Cruz family. I understand that.
Is he your my guy tackle?
He is of the tackles. He's my guy, but that's also because this isn't, as we've talked about, a exactly spectacular tackle class, right? When you think about it.
No,
there's a lot of serviceable pieces in here, but if you're casting for a starter this year, and then a bunch of them were either short or stayed in school.
Yep.
Short
They either stayed in school or got kicked inside, and it's like now it's just an average tackle class to me.
Exactly. And one of those guys that's in that average tackle class. Oh, no, I got a couple more. I got to catch up to your, what'd you get down to? 8?
I was going to.
Or 9.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went through 9. I have my top 8 left, but I wanted to defend myself on Jude Bowery. So let me know when you want to tag me.
A couple more names in. 11 is where I've got Caleb Tiernan from Northwestern. Markel Bell from Miami.
I kicked him inside too.
Okay, well, he's another one who might move then. Markel Bell is at 10. The Giant from Miami. And then Wagner I've got sitting at 9. So go ahead and defend Jude Bowery to me.
I like that. So there's a little bit of Boston College because I'm a little biased, right? But you also look at it 6'5", 314, 33 and 3/4, so almost 34-inch arms, almost 11-inch hands. And he met the threshold for the 40 and the 10-yard split. And I think he led
No, look, the athleticism
second place, sorry, by half an inch in the vert, right? Was basically tied for winning on the broad. So basically, he almost won damn near every category, right? Or was up there,
a little workout warrior for you.
Every single thing, right? He also this past year, he didn't allow a single sack. So there goes the workout warrior thing. Only 2 hits. So his poop ratio is a 0.6, right? Everything looks fantastic. Everything does, right? Except for I still fully don't see it on tape, even though I've got a soft spot for Boston College. I still call them small school. You, sir, are the one that says no, they're not. It's respectable.
They're
I
part of
still
the
call it a small school.
ACC. It's not a small
Yeah,
school.
basically,
You're one
unless
of, are
you're
you
in
one
the
of those
Big
people?
Ten or SEC,
Yeah,
I basically call
do
you small
that.
school.
Don't
I know.
do that.
It's just what I
That's
do
just
because there's too many
rude.
cupcake games on there. And
That
hell,
is
even more the
rude.
Big Ten. Even the damn Big Ten has too many cupcakes. Everybody's a small
Well, no,
school.
admittedly, everybody has too many cupcakes because everyone's a small
Yes.
school. Yeah, and again, look, that's because you got leagues that are 18 teams large, and you don't play a 17-game season, so you're going to end up having mismatched and unbalanced schedules. And that's the funny thing. Like, that's an off-season conversation, but yeah, it means that you end up with teams that don't always. Like I said this throughout the season this past year. Ohio State did not play a tough schedule. It's not their fault. Outside of Texas, they didn't play a really good team again until Indiana, and I'm lumping Michigan in with that.
Yeah. So all to put a bow on Bowery. Wow. That almost,
Nicely done.
Okay. I didn't
Nicely
even plan
done.
that. But to do that, it's basically I didn't expect to like him as much as I did, and I look and I don't know that I do, which is a crazy thing. I just feel like there's a
Interesting
cliff
logic.
after this, and basically after the cliff, I'm like, who are the guys that I have faith as potential project developmental tackles? And my two
Sure.
favorite developmental tackles are Wagner and Bowery. I mean, it's just
Okay.
what it is, and then maybe Pounds. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's
I
all
like
it is.
Pounds a lot.
Not super high.
I like
on him,
Pounds
just
a lot.
had to defend myself.
Right, and
You
I have
called me out
Caden
for the
Green.
bias.
Right, I've got Caden Green where I've got him because while I wasn't wildly impressed, actually he didn't have any measurables. I wasn't wildly impressed necessarily by all the tape. The analytics say that this dude was awesome, so he has to be in that conversation.
No, I get it. Super get it. We ready for
Let's go to the
ready
third
for the
round.
third rounds? How are we
Mhm.
doing? Are we just doing these in tiers, or are we ripping?
You know what? Let's
I
do
feel like the third
8
round
to 1.
We should do 8
Third
to 1.
and second.
Rip them all.
No, do third and second round. We'll do the first after that.
What if
We'll
I don't-
two-tier it.
What if I don't have
You
any
don't have
first
any.
round grades?
Oh, well, then do the thirds and then we'll do the
I
seconds.
talked
Sounds
myself
good.
into one first round grade that I think is. I'll
right.
do one
Give
first
me
round
your
grade and I'll
thirds.
explain it when I get there.
Give me your
Third
thirds
round.
and then we'll do the seconds and first.
Full disclosure, I 100% think that this guy has to play on the inside. I left him in the tackles for now because his arms are long enough to hold up here. He just doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it, but it's Jennings Dunker from Iowa.
I actually took him off the list.
He's definitely been a my guy through the process. I've been on him for 2 years.
Mhm.
So all things considered, he's probably the only legitimate my guy for tackles, I would say.
Fair.
As far as somebody that I've been talking about for a long time, but I also don't know that he should be in the tackle class. So there you have it. At
That's
7,
about right.
I have Markel Bell from Miami.
Okay.
I just recently started digging into him. Basically, selfishly, look at the jersey. I got the little Jack Campbell going on, which drives me nuts. By the way, can I go on a rant here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm absolutely livid with Fanatics.
Oh,
You
what
want to
is
go
that?
on there. You want to buy a jersey. I'm sorry, I forget the names of them, but there's the tiers. Okay,
Right.
I would love to be able to buy like the middle tier of a jersey. You know what I mean? Because it's probably for quality and price the best value, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But here's the thing: why are they so damn big? Like
Because
the
it's got
middle
put
tier,
pads underneath it, man.
you can only get the good tier where the jerseys fit right if you go to the high end, which I've become fine with. Whatever, I will pay it. Okay. Not every player is available.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
You're
You
telling me you
can't
can't get a high
a
end
Jack-
Jack Campbell. Mhm.
No, you can't. No,
Even
it's
after
rubbish.
the All Pro
It's-
season.
This is flicking the camera like I always do. It's a linebacker disrespect, and this aggression will not stand.
If
This
anybody should be
positional
getting there,
value has
Jack
gone
should be in
too
there.
far. It's gone
Right.
too far. Anyway,
You can even get running back jerseys probably in the right size, but no, not linebacker jerseys.
You can get a Jameer Gibbs in the right size. You can get them. You
Uh-huh.
can get them where they fit right, and they're not. You're not swimming in them.
No love for the linebacker, man. They think you're going to put pads on and go out there and hit somebody.
I'm pissed. What was I talking about?
You were talking
Markel
about
Bell.
Jennings Dunker
Yes.
and Markel Bell.
Nope, I was talking about Markel Bell. So the reason I started digging into him is like, what if Detroit doesn't go? That's how I got there and ranting about this
Right.
super big jersey. What if they don't go tackle early, right? And then I don't
Sure.
like the tackles that you get on the simulators in the second round, and I've suddenly be like, man, it's terrifying punting the tackles for 2 rounds.
Sure.
But Markel Bell's there in the third round, and if you can get him in the third round, I actually love him as a third round pick.
Well, and again,
Like,
when you
I'm
look at
terrified
Detroit,
about
especially,
Go ahead.
I'm saying Detroit, especially, they at least believe they have a 1-year flyer in Borum at right tackle, to where you wouldn't have to put Markel Bell out there day one.
I know. And he's a big dude, 6'9", 346. Super. He's got the longest arms on the whole damn thing. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, well, of course he does.
36 and 3/8.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's
not,
the same.
Not
I
a
mean,
quick boy.
Proctor's almost as big. But,
right.
dude, but for his size,
my point is
6'9", 346. Right. Like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah, he's not quick, but he's good. He's got the wingspan. He's like a freaking albatross out there.
Clearly, he's the guy that I guess I'm really going to talk about in this whole thing. But 0 sacks from 558 snaps. Yeah, he's got a lot of snaps
this past year
because Miami made a big run. But 0 sacks, only 1 hit. His poop ratio is a Peyton Manning.
There you go.
A 0-point Peyton Manning.
Right. 0 point.
Like, that's
Peyton.
really good.
Love it.
That's really good. Like, I'm intrigued.
Sure.
I don't think he could ever play left tackle. I don't think he's got the feet or the athleticism to do it. I know that I'm one of the people that argue that left tackle and right tackle are basically even. The only difference is depending on what hand your quarterback throws with the blindside thing. So you basically want the one who's a little less athletic on the blind side. Other than that, they're the same. But I'll tell you what, if he continues to go in the third round all day, like, he might be the best pick of the third round, just the best flyer pick. Why the hell not? Last guy in the third round, I got Caden Proctor, the other big fella. Yes, I have a third round grade on him. I don't care. I also have said, at least, I think I've said it on the show, but you and Brad, a ton. I've just got a gut feeling this is one of the most likely picks that the Detroit Lions make on draft day, at least as of today. He just doesn't feel like a guy who should go in the first round to me. He never has. His feet, he just seems clumsy.
He's too much of a project.
The only reason why I wouldn't have a complete meltdown is just because the dude's 20.
Right, and that's the advantage. And he is the
after
biggest.
The draft, though.
Like, again, when I look at every this is, I'm going to put this out here, and I don't think it's an exaggeration. Out of every prospect in this draft, he is the biggest anomaly in the sense of he is so athletic and yet so clumsy.
Yes.
It's the technique isn't there for him. So that's why the ceiling is there. I get the ceiling
for him. The technique,
because,
the preparation, the concentration, like the weight fluctuation. And again, I believe there were some reports saying at points in time he was like 370.
Yeah, well, but my point is, like, if this is what I remember how I mentioned this with like it would be a great spot for Ruben Bain to be in Detroit because of the culture in there. This would be a great spot for Caden Proctor to be in Detroit because he's got veterans around him. There is a culture of work. There is a accountability there.
It's funny. Can I interrupt for half a second?
Sure.
I just saw something today, and I agree with you that there's veterans around there to like help and coach and whatnot. But I also read something today that said that we had the third youngest team in the entire league.
Sure. Well, and then part of that's because the Detroit is trending toward that style of you've got your heroes and your scrubs, so to speak, of where you're paying all of your homegrown talent so much that you have to fill it with rookie contracts. But again, you got a guy who just got done playing in Skipper that can bring him along too. So there's a lot of infrastructure that would make a pick like that make sense.
But
it
vets
still would be
are on the
something I'd be
coaching
excited
staff.
about. Right.
Actually, there's a lot of truth in that. Our whole coaching staff is pretty much veteran players.
Right. Once again, there's a lot of
Skipper,
of good things in there.
Campbell. Yeah.
Put it this way. I'd feel much better about Caden Proctor reaching his ceiling if he ended up in a place like Detroit than in a place like Miami or something.
Especially because of Fraley. What a good coach. All right.
What
do you got for third round grades?
J.C. Davis at 8, and then Caden Proctor's at 7.
You and your Illinois bias. Explain yourself.
I mean, well, look, I didn't have it last night when I took Houston to beat Illinois. That didn't work out very well. J.C. Davis has size. He has the fluidity that I like to see.
By the way,
I think, as I should have done. Apparently, I did not lean heavy enough on the Big Ten this year, and that's killing me in this bracket outside of Michigan. But he's got big enough hands. He is good enough all the way around. And again, he's at the top, I guess, or the bottom of the better tier or the top of the other tier, however you want to put it. He's in that conversation for me. Like, I would not have a problem flip-flopping him and Markel Bell at some point, too, just because, depending how you feel about size, stuff like that. Because Markel Bell, I have sitting at 10, so moving him up to 8. wouldn't throw me off by too much. But then Caden Proctor's sitting at 7 because all the things we just talked about. So J.C. Davis is better than you're giving him credit for. Point is, I still don't want to take him in the first 2 rounds, though. That's my point. If J.C. Davis is sitting there at, at the end of the 3rd round, I'm okay with that.
3rd round, okay. I'm fine with that. 100% fine with that. I just wanted to highlight that he was one of the 2 people since we started this list that I was saying that's above a 1% or higher for the poop ratio.
Sure. I blame him. I blame the quarterback. I'm kidding. I have no idea.
Uh-huh. It's all good. All right. 2nd round grades. I got 4 of them, so I'm going to go 5 to 2 here.
Okay.
5, I got Caleb Lomu. 4, I got Maxey and Archer. I have no confidence, and I said that right. 0 confidence. Just don't. I have no idea. But I will say this, as far as his technique and his fluidity, that's a tough word. I guess that's what happens when you went to the bar.
Words are fun for you.
Yep, they are. For as little of football as he's played, he's ahead of where he should be, especially for coming into it late in the game. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Put it this way. I think that Max should go in the top 32. I don't know where yet.
He's
but
back
I think
end.
he should. I have a good feeling he's going to be in my top 32. Yes.
He's going to be like that top of and then day 3 if somehow he doesn't go.
Yeah. 3, I have Monroe Freeling. And it's kind of like a 2B and a 2A. Well, he's still at 3, but as far as betting on the upside, I'm not ruling out moving him up to 2. I have legitimately been back and forth between him and Monroe. I almost said between him and Monroe Freeling. He is Monroe Freeling.
He is Monroe Freeling.
But him and Blake Miller are the 2 that I keep flip-flopping on. I think the only reason that I have Blake Miller at 2 above Monroe Freeling is honestly just the amount of snaps he's taking.
Oh, yeah.
Miller's the amount of tape, the amount of experience. I just think, I think they really, truly depend on what team you're going for. Like, if you're a team that's going to run the ball more, I feel like you're going to take Blake Miller. He just, he grades out better in the run game. He did the bench with the 32. I know that isn't an end-all, be-all, but at least I know he's got the strength to hold his own, So, I don't know. We'll see what happens come draft day, but I'm honestly, I'm torn between those 2 big time. And I also don't feel great about them going in the first round because I have 2nd-round grades on all of them. And the only guy that I got a 1st-round grade on, I feel like his tape tells me 2nd-round grade. I only gave him a 1st-round grade because he's 20 years old, and he's right there. So, Blake Miller, I might as well finish mine. Blake Miller is 22 years old. Francis Mauigoa is 20. And I have him almost in the same spot. So if you're 2
people got him going
younger,
to guard too.
and a year and a half, if you want to get technical or something like that. Yeah, well, he can't play left tackle. Francis Mauigoa cannot play left tackle. He could play right tackle. He could play either guard spot. So you do have a little bit of versatility with him. Like I said, the only reason why I'm entertaining the idea of him being a 1st-round pick is because of his age. Because let's be honest.
Sure.
You know who the other guy is who has the 1% or higher poop ratio? Francis Mauigoa.
There you go.
So I don't. Bottom line, I think I just talked myself out of it. I don't see a 1st-round tackle in here. I can talk myself into Francis because of the age, and that is it.
Sure. It's funny that you say you don't see a 1st-round tackle in here because there's going to probably be 4 or 5 drafted in the 1st round.
I will guarantee you there's 6.
Well, but depending on whether or not you believe they're all tackles is the question.
No, 6 that are on this list today. I think my top 6 will all go. The only one who might not go is my number 5 is Caleb Lomu. I could see him slide. I think someone's going to take Proctor. I think someone's going to take Max. And I guarantee you Mauigoa, Miller, and Freeling all go. Those 3 are locks.
Yeah, fair. I'll give you that. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap up my rankings real quick for you because it's a little different than yours. At 6, I've got Monroe Freeling. I realize that's lower than a lot of people have got him because, yes, sure.
But what grade? What grade, though?
He's 2nd-round grade.
Okay, so here I want to interject for half a second. This is where I love to remind people: it does not matter if I have him at 2 or you got him at 6, because we both have second round grades on him, and
Right.
you should just take who you like. If you're the team
Exactly.
on the clock,
And
if you're
again,
in
it
the
comes
same
down
tier, it
to
doesn't matter.
right. Basically, I'm taking Monroe Free. Like the Niners taking Monroe Freeling makes sense, right? 1 year
Win
to sit
all
behind
day.
Trent Williams, rock and
Mhm.
roll. A team that is rolling out. Let's say the Raiders taking Monroe Freeling, which they won't do. But if they somehow did find a second first round pick where they could take
They
Monroe
may
Freeling,
have if Baltimore wasn't so
right? Yeah,
shady.
exactly. My point is, I don't want a rookie tackle with 10 to 12 starts protecting a rookie quarterback. Is my point. I would love a guy like Freeling if I had a year for him to sit. The Rams taking Freeling would kind of make sense, right? Because they wouldn't necessarily have to start him right away. They could see where he's at. That being said, he's
Can
a
I
six.
jump in for 2 more seconds?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's where I want to explain to people why I like my made up poop ratio. And again, that's a
I
sack
love your
and
made
hit.
up poop ratio.
If you do a quick glance at Monroe Freeling and see the fact that he allowed 3 sacks, you'll be like, oh gosh, he's terrible, right? He's allowed 0 hits.
Right.
So if you're talking like plays that I know made an impact or where you failed, like the defense like beat you, he's got 3 whole plays, but you're
Right.
only looking at sacks. Now, if you go up to like a Francis Mauigoa, he allowed 2 sacks, 4 hits, so twice as much. Even a
Yeah,
Blake Miller,
but
2
how many
sacks,
snaps?
2 hits, 1 more. What's that?
Well, I'm always
It
going
doesn't.
to
It doesn't. It
defend
doesn't
Mauigoa's
matter.
snaps number because he had a lot more snaps than Monroe. He had another 100
But
snaps than Monroe Freeling.
It doesn't matter. It's a percentage
does.
of the snaps. No, it's a percentage of the snaps. So if you did it,
No, I
on
thought
the
you were talking
same
about
amount of
total
snaps,
hits and sacks. Like you're talking about Mauigoa
Yeah.
had 6.
Monroe
and Freeling had-
Freeling's, but Monroe Freeling's poop ratio is a 0.64. Francis Mauigoa is a 1.08.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were talking about the actual
But that's what I'm
cumulative
saying.
number of hits.
You like
That's
here's another way to look at it per se. Okay, you look at let's see Maxi and Notcher, right?
Mhm.
He allowed 0 sacks. Somebody might be like, yeah, he hasn't played a ton of football, but he's stellar. He's the complete opposite of Monroe Freeling. Monroe 3 sacks, 0 hits. Max 0 sacks, 3 hits. Poop ratio basically the exact same, 0.6.
And again, if you had a choice between a guy that had sacks
So-
versus hits, you'd take the guy with the hits versus the sacks. But that's the point. It's like, so
Right,
a lot of
but
this is
it's-
splitting hairs. And that's what
Yep.
teams do when they get to this point. So I got Blake Miller sitting at 5, Ian Akor sitting at 4, Caleb Bloom is 3, Mauigoa is 2. And the reason why Mauigoa is 2 is because I still have Spencer Fano sitting at 1 because I believe someone's going to let him play
Because
tackle.
his arms grew a half an inch and they're still not 33.
Someone's going to let him play tackle. It's going to be great. Did he actually grow half an inch at his pro day? I didn't check his pro day numbers.
Pro day, they grew like a half an inch. He's 32
So
and
crazy.
like 32 and like 7/8 now, just shy of 33.
Well, that's more. That's like 3/4 of an inch then, man. He had
Oh, is
32
it?
and
Well,
an eighth.
I could be. Don't quote me on that. It could be 32 and 5/8. I
Hey,
have
look
no
at this
idea. All I know is they grew like roughly a half an inch, which is craziness.
It cracks me up that is what
Everybody
happens.
grows after the combine.
It's wild, super
They get in those little
wild.
machines where they stretch you out.
I guess I don't know. It's very humorous. There's no doubt about that. And again, hey, look, as all you need is one team to believe that you're something for it to work out. Look
Yep.
at our boy Luke Gadecki.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
so anything else you want to
big
talk about
Gadecki.
with the offensive lineman? Because
I went plenty long and took over 90% of your
the
takes.
one thing we can agree with, wherever you line up Spencer Fano, he will be good. The question is, will he be elite? I still think
Yeah.
he would be a good tackle, plug and play anywhere.
I
He
don't
will be
disagree with
elite
that.
on the inside,
Totally agree.
which is why. And I love that he
I
was
still
willing
think
to take snaps.
he's
at
the
center.
best offensive lineman in this class.
Yep.
I'm
Agreed.
tired of hearing it with the Vega. I'm sorry. I like Vega a lot too, but Fano is the best offensive lineman in this class.
Let's say this: Vega's the best
I felt
guard
like
in this
that the
draft.
whole time.
Fano's the best lineman.
But if you're saying just guard, I'll take Fano at guard over Vega at guard.
Oh, so would I, but that's my point. It's like when you have so I've done a couple of runs here and there because I'm a stupid human. But like the when we played disc golf after that half marathon that I did, like I technically finished 3rd in my age group because there was a guy in my age group that finished 3rd overall. So there's the overall tier and then there's the
Yeah.
position tier to make you feel better about yourself. basically.
Yep.
So Vega's the best interior offensive lineman because Fano's the best lineman.
Yep. All right.
There you go.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate my beer either. What about yours?
Oh, dude, here's the thing. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the show. I think it might be my favorite year-round beer. And don't quote me on that. I think it's a year-round beer.
You sure? Because Huma.
I think so. Huma, they changed it. It's way too malty and sweety now. When it was a little more hoppy and piney, yes, it was my favorite year-round beer. But especially it seems how you and I both have basically like shifted more towards the hazies.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love this thing.
Oh, yeah. Tangerine Space Machine.
The Tangerine Space Machine, man. It's so crushable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. If you
so
just
crushable.
need to. If
and
you
need that 6.8.
So for a long time, All Day IPA was like my golf beer, right? And so you could crush those. Now, mind you, they're a little lighter, right? 4.5 versus 6 or whatever the Tangerine Space Machine is. But Space Machine
6.8.
Space Machine might be hopping up as like a new favorite golf beer, if you will.
That's what I'm saying.
They have that Uber Space Machine, which is their double hazy.
Yeah, I like the Tangerine better.
I probably like the Uber better, but that's also because you can't get it as often, and so in my head, I'm thinking it's better because I don't get it as much. But you went and grabbed a couple other cans. What do you got?
All right, I did. I'm going to clean up on the last 2 wax wings real quick, and then I'm back to even. I don't have any beers on deck that I have already had that I forgot to talk about. So, fan the plumage. That's how you say it, correct?
Ah, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a wax wings, of course, as I said. It is a triple IPA, which absolutely blew my mind because when I was sipping it, I did not think triple IPA at all.
No, because usually the triples, they get sweeter.
Yes. It drank like a regular IPA more than it did like a triple to me.
Nice.
But I mean, if I would have guessed, I probably would have said like a double. Somewhere in the middle, but definitely not, like teetering on a double is what I would have said. But dude, it dare I say it had some of the like the juicier tropical notes, and they actually did it well. I didn't mind it. I only gave it a 3.5, and I think that's why I was detecting some of the pineapple stuff, but it wasn't like off-putting. So as far as any type of IPA goes that has tropical notes in it, they crushed it. And then the fact that they did it a triple and it didn't taste sweeter like a triple, I don't know. Maybe I lowballed it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Sounds like we're in good spice. Yeah, that one's tasty.
You have had it though, right? Okay. Something just came through on the phone. Breaking news.
Yeah, what I haven't had from that 4-pack that you gave me is the 2 Nazareths. Because I kind of want to do those side by side at some point.
Well, that you got to do, because I did do a side by side, and I think I already said like it's pretty much dead even, but something I don't know. I think I just like the OG Nazareth better. But
I might try next show while you're doing your bourbon. I might double up and we'll see where the night takes us.
Groovy, I like that. Okay, last one, and I have no idea how to say this. The Nerids.
Yeah, it's because it's Nerids. So yeah, it looks like Nerids, but I think it's because it's a northeastern IPA, right? Is that the whole kind of the angle behind it?
I don't know. I didn't do any research on it. I'm just pulling up to see what I graded it as.
Right.
Ooh, I have a friend who's had this one. Who is
probably me?
It's you.
Yep.
So you have. I had that with one. You gave it a 3.75. I gave it a 4. So I like this one a little more than you. Everyone else gave it a 4.13. So I'm in the middle of everybody else. So I say I win over everyone because I wanted to win anyway. But this one I like a lot because this one had the hoppiness, the citriness.
Citriness, we're calling that a word. I like it.
All right, citriness. It also, had like a little bit of like the dank vibes in it. I don't know. I really, really like this one. This is one I'm definitely going to go back and see if I can find another one of. And this is just a standard IPA, 7.2%. I don't know if I said that, but super enjoyed that one. I would like to have this one in a 4-pack with Nazareth, double Nazareth, and a 5-pack. in the pursuit to see which one of the 5 is the best, because I
Sure.
really like all 5 of them, and I think I gave all 5 a 4. Like I need to do something where I can
Kind of break
declare
it
a
apart.
king,
Yeah.
if you will, for wax wings.
Well, you don't even have the NNN that they have as well. So I mean, they have
I saw that. Yeah.
a long line of IPAs at that place. There's no doubt about that. So,
My only complaint would be like each one
Mhm.
of them's just a little bit different, but they're all pretty
Mhm.
close, which is like
Mhm.
it's easy to crush it, And I don't
Right.
know. It'd be cool. You've been there. It'd be a cool question to ask them. Like, are these all like kind of made the same way to guarantee success, or are they all like actually made completely different and just come out
Well, and
nice?
yeah,
I
and
don't know.
or is it just you guys have a style you clearly like, and so you're just hammering and
Yeah.
playing around within that smaller sandbox? But either way,
Yeah.
look, we're not complaining because they do it well.
Nope.
No
They do good.
problem there. I'm gonna wrap up with the one that I'm drinking right now because this is one of the beers that the wifey got me in a little 6-pack for Christmas time, but mostly because she loved the name of it. It's the Crop
I've had
Duster.
that one.
Yep. From Grand Armory Brewing. It is a Citra IPA, and it's definitely a mildly hazy. It's kind of halfway, between the two, but it is full on with Citra hops. Right, it's an American IPA, and it is pleasant. Right, it's kind of weirdly in between where you have a little bit of the citrusy bit, probably from the Citra hops to an extent with some of those characters. You get a little bit of that kind of a vibe to it where it's mostly IPA, a little bit of that, but it isn't just bitterness, and so it does actually balance itself out pretty well. I mean, it's still, again, this kind of a beer isn't going to hit the same ceiling as some of the other ones. It's very solid for what it does. I'd say it's a 3.25, 3.5, somewhere in that ballpark. Like, this is a pleasant beer, no complaints. Find myself coming back and sipping as I go, but it's not necessarily going to get you quite the same heights as the Wax Wings ones. No offense to Grand Armory, good stuff, just not great stuff. Let's talk about the Edge Rushers.
I think
man,
I tried to pull it up. I missed it, but I think I gave it a 3. So I would say let's call it a 3.25 for that.
3.25 sounds good to me. We got Edge Rushers to talk about though, and if I'm not mistaken, it's almost the same number.
No, yeah, it's the same number. We're gonna do 22, but Edge Rusher is one of the curious ones. And on the last episode next week, the first episode next week, the last episode of the series, that's confusing as all get up.
There you go.
You'll see, because Edge Rusher since 2004, 25 on average. Last 3 years, 22. Flip that completely around for D line. It was 22 on average, now 25. Linebackers changed by 7. I think it's just because since 2004 to 2005, defining what an edge rusher is, whether it's an outside linebacker or a linebacker or a defensive end or a D line, it's messy. But long story short, that's why. Actually, this is exactly why I did the last 3 years, because I feel like it's a more accurate representation of how many we should be ranking. That's exactly why. I don't know if I've
Why
explained
don't
that.
you give me some of the names that just missed it? Because I had a handful of names that I wanted to put in that I didn't put in, and I might have to put in later.
Don't do.
I'm just saying, dude.
That.
I have
54 edge rushers, and to pick,
I got 44. So no.
All right,
Look, I'll give you mine real quick.
Let me go. Okay,
yours.
Go ahead. Fire away, Chip.
So Eric O'Neill was one that I was huge on when he was playing at James Madison.
Ranked.
He just didn't translate. Unfortunately, he still has some use, I think, but didn't quite get there. Clev Lubin didn't make it for me, and I think that might be an oversight. We'll see whether or not to. That's
don't worry about it because Clev went back to school.
Did he go back to school? Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. I thought I had it all listed out. Clearly, I just missed it. George Gums did not make it. LT Overton just missed my list as well.
Either.
Because I don't know what he is. So, you can probably find something with him. And then just outside as well were Max Llewellyn, Vincent Anthony Jr., and Tyreek Sapp.
Okay, the two that I would say that just barely missed mine, no particular order, I would say Mikhail Kamara from Indiana.
Hater.
Loved him last year, let me down a little bit this year. And then the other one, Fire Up Chips, Michael Heldman.
Oh, no, you did not leave him out. Rude.
I did, but he'll probably make his way in. Dude, it's actually kind of tough to go find some cut up tape. I love like everything he's done. You know what I mean? Like all the statistics and everything's like, dude, he beats a lot of these people. Right. Even the height and weight and everything, that like it all looks great. But to find like definitive tape, even of CMU, tough, dude. It's tough.
Also true.
And then to have no measurements, no combine, no Senior Bowl, like nothing. You know what I mean? Like nothing. So He's a guy that by the time the draft rolls around, he'll probably just be my blanket number 23.
Fair.
Just
put him at the back
because.
of the list. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So here we go. Oh, dude, why'd I rank 23? There's only supposed to be 22. Yep. Okay. There's another name. Oh. You ready for the hot take of who missed my list? Do? This one's gonna raise some eyebrows, bro. Because guess who's 23? Romello Height. He's a new DFA for me now.
Nice. He's back there. He's not that far back. But he's back there for me too.
His tape doesn't impress me a ton. He's super, super undersized. He's 25 years old. His athleticism did not show up. I guess he's the guy I'm talking about here. Like, I don't know. I'm just out on it. I can get. It's a no-brainer unless he goes into an outside linebacker role. He has zero chance of doing anything. He's not playing on the line. He's not. But all right. So 7th round grades. The rest of them. 22 to 20 for the 7th round grades. 22, George Gums Jr. from Florida. 21, Max Llewellyn from Iowa. 20, Mason Reiger from Wisconsin. Going to the 6th round grades, I got Kieron Crawford from Auburn. At 19, 18, Joshua Josephs from Tennessee. Man, if he was younger, I would have loved to see him go back to college because I saw flashes of things that I was super interested in. Didn't realize he was 22 years old already. Shame. Logan Fano, Spencer's brother. Got him at 17. I actually liked everything that I had seen on tape, but he wasn't he didn't play as much as you would think.
He's just outside.
A little over 200 snaps. So then I only have one 5th round grade, and he's the guy that I think I'm higher on than basically anybody because he just shows ranked in the 7 millionths everywhere you go. I'm exaggerating, but he's nowhere near a top 250 on anywhere I've seen. Maybe things have changed. I haven't looked in a while. But Aiden Hubbard from Northwestern, I am super duper interested in as a day 3 guy. He could be one of my favorite day 3 guy picks.
He's in that UDFA conversation for me, but yeah.
Love him as a 5th round. Take him all day. 3 4th rounds. So I'm going to go 15 to 12 now. I do only have 22 ranked. Romello Height is in here. I don't have a 14. I skipped him on St. Brown. I go from 12 to 13. Let me drag down my list. Let me see. Let me let this out.
I was about to say, because you were doing weird math.
Romello Height does not have a UDFA. He's 22.
Okay, good for you,
until my fire up chips, Michael Helbin gets in here. But anyways, so the 3 4th round grades, I have Keldrick Falk. I don't care, y'all. And I'm terrified. The only reason he's 4th round grades is because dude's 20 years old. Technically, I have him at 14.
Same.
Because I like it.
Leave him at 14.
I did number him correctly. I did not number him correctly.
Leave him at 14.
But, I don't care. I can't put him. He's going to he might go in the 1st round, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because again, he's young. He's got the weird physical traits, and so someone's going to take a shot at him, and they're going to be sorely disappointed unless they have a great infrastructure around him.
Yep, totally with it. And then I guess what am I at 12? God, my numbers are messing me up.
13.
Anyways, the other one, Akeem Mesidor. I'm sorry, the age and he had the 11 sacks. I totally get it, but only 4 hits. If you do the opposite poop ratio, 3%, dude. The other people I have above him are 7% and higher. I don't know. I think it's a repetition thing. The same argument I have, with Ruben Bain. And then the last one here at 12, I think. I don't know. 4th round grade, though. R. Mason Thomas. Super interested in him. Another outside linebacker type guy. Do not get the buzz of anybody talking about him in the 1st round. So that's my day 3 guys.
We got a lot of similar names, some in different spaces. Here's what I'm going to do for you, though. At 22, I'm going to throw at you the oldest prospect on this list. Even older than Akeem Mesidor, which is why he's at 22, as much as I liked him earlier in the season. But this is where I put Ndame Tucker from Western Michigan. I still like him as a draftable guy, but he's going to be 26 when the season starts.
That's why he's not in there. I should have named him in mine as well. Yeah, he's 25.8 right now.
Yeah, exactly. At 21 is Michael Helbin. Fire up chips. And
Aha.
let me help you. Let me help you put him into your list. Because from the pro day, mind you, some CMU's
I don't
pro
need
day.
to. Oh, I haven't
Well,
looked at it yet, but
from
I
CMU's
told you
pro
he's going to
day.
go in there.
Let me just help you nudge him in there. Bench press, 29 reps.
All
Pretty
right,
good.
I'm in.
Hang on.
You know
hang
me.
Hang on. 40 time. High 4.6s. Pretty darn good.
High 4.6s?
Mm-hmm. Pretty darn good.
Okay.
Not insane, but pretty darn good.
He missed the threshold, but he's the same as like a George Gunn. He's the same as Romello Height, who I would kick out.
Yeah,
He was
and I'm going to say
4.64.
that. I take this back. It says he didn't have his precise times. Heard from a few people he ran in the 4.6 range. This is according to Minton Football. But here's the thing. The number that you need to hang on to, his vert, 40 inches.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's the same as Mekhi Lawrence? Get out of here.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So he can jump, and he's got some power. You can find something to do with him in a 7th round draft pick. That's all I'm saying. All right, and interesting to talk about him. Romello Height, I got at 20. Keyshawn James Newby from New Mexico is at 19. Mikhail Kamara's at 18. Quincy Rhodes Jr. from Arkansas, just a physical freak, and a younger dude at 21 is at 17. Joshua Joseph, 16. I have Jayshawn Barham as an edge rusher. I think some people put him as a linebacker, but he feels like he's going to play edge.
I put him as edge too, but I hate it.
He's sitting at 15 right now because I just feel like there's something there with him. 14 is where I have Keldrick Falk. 13, don't hate me, is where I have Caden Curry. And then 12 is Akeem Mesidor.
Okay, I missed some of the names in there because I had to go fact check. But yeah,
Most
Quincy
of
Rhodes
those are the
Jr.
same.
He went back to school.
Well, I'm sucking at this today because that's 2 guys now. Between
there
the
might have been
tackles
more.
and
I
the
don't
other
know.
ones. Thanks.
I heard
Yep.
his name is like, nah, I'm pretty sure he's going back. So I had to veer off and look.
Right.
So I missed
Well, there
some of
you
the
go,
other ones.
then.
You could have another one. I don't have a clue. All right. Is that the end of yours? We go on.
That's the end of mine.
We on to the first 2 day guys. Okay. The third round grades I got.
I actually have one more guy for the 4th tier, but I
Oh,
didn't
well,
have
rip
him
it.
in there because I was going the same numbers as you. Or Mason
No.
Thomas is at 11 for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant 12, and he's 4th round grade too. So that
There we
makes
go.
me happy.
Alrighty then.
Okay. Third round grades for me, 11 to 8 here. I have Ruben Bain at 11. Yeah, I got a 3rd round grade on him, which means I think he should go in the 2nd round. I do not think he should go in the top 32. Reserve the right to change my mind. I don't know. I see all the motor in the world. I see all the awesomeness that you would want, like in between the years from a player.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I see it. I see like he is a football player. The problem is he's just not all that
I see
big, not all that.
I see Markel
not
Bell
all that
sticking his
long.
hand out and putting it on his forehead and just stopping
Yep.
him.
Yep.
I
I see the
like
short
swings at him
arms.
underneath.
I see the absolutely atrocious poop ratio because, yeah, he had 12 sacks. He only had the 3 hits. That's 2.7%. Hell,
Right.
everybody, the worst guy I have above him is at 5, and the average is at like 7. My top 2 guys are in double-digit range. Like, I'm sorry. I just want to hear somebody else out there other than me so I know I'm not completely insane with this. It's a repetition thing.
Sure.
I keep going to baseball. Yeah, you can hit, 60 home runs, but if you have 2 million at bats, like what's the point?
Right.
So I don't know. Like, still reserve the right. I see the motor. I see the motivation. I see the intelligence. I just
I
don't
see
know
him
if I see
being-
the player who can do it.
He's an interesting piece to have on your team as long as you don't expect him
Correct.
to be the leader of your defense. If he's a 3rd or 4th option for you as a pass rusher, whether from the inside or the outside, then okay. But you're not expecting to be your number 1 guy. Not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just super torn, man. That's all. We'll see. 10, I got Cassius Howell. You can hate me if you want. He's there. 3rd round
I
grade.
do.
9, Caden Curry. Had to drop him down. Dude, here's the crazy thing. I did not do this intentionally. I just saw it right now. Curry, Howell, Bain. All 30-inch arms and change.
There you go then.
Did not do that on purpose. That is actually quite funny. And then the last 3rd round grade that I have at 8, I have Malachi Lawrence, the guy we talked about, Mr. 40 introvert, super freak everybody out. Now he's getting 1st round buzz. I'll tell you, he should not go in the 1st round. His poop ratio is a 3.95. He's the next worst outside of Bain in my top 11. He's a freak athlete. Don't get me wrong.
I
But
just missed the
that's it
name
for
you
third
just
rounds.
said. What was the name you just said?
Malachi Lawrence.
Okay, good. I was listening to it and looking at numbers, and it's always funny when I feel like I hear it and I don't hear it. So yeah, what I have at 10, I got Ruben Bain. So right at the same spot you do. I think both of us are we've talked ourselves
I'm
into it,
so
to
happy
speak.
I'm lower than you, though, because that
You
means
are.
I'm
You
the
are one
lowest in the
spot
whole
lower.
industry.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Outside of maybe Florida State fans or something, I don't know. I've got
Right.
Gabe Akis at 9, and then
What?
Denai Dennis Sutton is sitting at 8. So
Gabe might be a Bear.
yeah, he might be a Bear. I'm just hoping he's
Actually,
a Bear in
people
the
keep
second
saying
round.
Zion Young's going to be a Bear, and I'm getting so fired up, dude.
I'm enjoying that. I'm here to ship that hard, man. Like it's a reality TV show. Let's go. And again, I love the motor on Akis. I love the motor on Sutton. I just don't know that I'm as convinced that they're top tier guys. They're good complementary pieces, though. There's no doubt about that.
Is that the end of your third round grades?
No, I've got Malachi Lawrence as the third round as well.
Oh, yeah. We're just
I think
doing
I'm just
tiers
one
now.
ahead of you on all those. I'm just trying to stick
That's
to
cool.
the same numbers as you. So
Yeah, don't worry about
that leads me to the
Let's do
six
tiers.
pack as well.
All right. Well, I got a 7-pack for my top
Mm-hmm.
2 rounds here. 7th round, I have Derek Moore. I absolutely love his. I do love his tape. It's just
Mhm.
that he has never been like the full time guy. Other than a
Sure.
little bit last year, he was the main one. He's also
Mhm.
23. It's not awful at an edge rusher, but still got a second round grade on him. It's
Yeah.
clean. 6, I have TJ Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the story of TJ Parker. Hell, he could have been the number 1 pick overall in the draft and had a down year, and he's starting to
Mhm.
rebound. You know what I mean? It is what it is. 5,
Right.
Gabe Akis,
Okay.
who you just shit on, man.
Wow. That's a
Um,
bit strong.
It is a little bit strong, but I like it. Throw an E on this episode.
He's at 9,
for edge
not
rusher.
19.
Well, he's almost twice. There's what I got him. I got
It's
him
okay.
at
We're
5.
both
Might as well
dumping
put him
on
at
Ruben
10.
Bain. Ruben Bain's
Yeah,
family's
we
coming
are.
after us.
That's fine. They won't be. I'll just stick my arm out. He won't be able to reach me.
Tough stuff.
Sorry.
Wow.
Oh boy. All right, and then I got my big 4. I feel really great about my big 4. So I want to do
Okay.
a little quick touch on 4 and 3 real quick. 4, I have Zion Young. You could
Sure.
put him 3. Don't care. Like, I actually feel like there's a break after the top 4. There's a break after the top 2, and there's a break after the next 2. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I really feel like 3 and 4 are Zion Young and Danny Dennis Sutton. Whatever order you want to put them in, don't care.
Okay.
I currently have Dennis Sutton above him because I love that 3-cone. He did the sub 7, which I absolutely love. I feel like
Mhm.
that's a translatable metric
It's the
that just
thing
works
for,
for
you, yeah.
edge rushers.
Mhm.
It is. I'm obsessed with it. But when you watch the tape, the Zion Young, the reason I'd argue him is just that killer instinct, dude.
Right.
Like, that guy's got no quit in him. I absolutely love it. The
Mhm.
reason I like Sutton, the 3-cone, and I love both their lengths, everything about it. The reason I have those two together in this tier is they are the only two that I had seen when I watched tape of all the names we've listed so far that show
Mhm.
consistent, like, a bag of tricks. Like, I feel like when I watch them, I see a little bit of like old school, like Mortal Kombat. They're doing like down, left, right, A, B,
Sure.
whatever, and they like pull out this spin move, or they do this
Mhm.
crazy stiff arm, or they do this dip or this rip. They got this arsenal of these moves. I don't see those consistently with any of the guys below them as
Fair.
much. Like, I don't know. I like
Mhm.
the moves that those two have, and they have the length and the weight and everything. Like, I feel really good about them 3 and 4 spots.
Sure. Yeah. And
So
I don't necessarily...
when I see Sutton going in like the 60s and 70s, I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like,
I
Detroit
hope so.
picks at 50.
He's my dream.
Detroit picks
He's
at
my
50.
dream. He's my dream 50 pick. Dennis Sutton. Deny Dennis Sutton. Unless Zion Young makes it there. Either one. I
Yeah,
don't
fair,
care.
right. Well, and again, Zion Young's been getting back of first
Yeah,
round
he is.
love from places too. So has Malachi Lawrence, which I think is a bit steep personally. But
Yep.
because again, I got
Yeah.
Malachi sitting at the end
I
of
got him
the
at 8.
third rounds here. So I got him at 7. So 6 for me is TJ Parker. 5 is where
Hey,
I've got
that's the same.
Zion Young, right?
Hater.
And then, well, my top 4.
I have
'cause
him
you
at
mentioned
4.
your
I'm
top
plenty
4,
of it.
right? You have him at 4, right? So you've got 3 more guys to talk about. I've got 4
I
more
have
guys
2
to
more.
talk about.
Because
Oh,
I
2
went
more guys
to
talk
3.
about.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go to 3 as well. So 4, I've got Derek Moore because I bought fully into his efficiency numbers, even if he doesn't necessarily have the number of reps. But I want to preface this by saying, as I've said the whole way through, there is one player in this draft at the edge rusher position that I feel good about stepping in day one and being a number 1 edge rusher. One guy, and we both know who we're going to talk about in a minute. Everyone else feels like a 2 they could develop or a 2 at best, right? And then so 3 for me. 3 for me is Arvell Reese. I'm sorry. A lot of people say, linebacker or whatever. He does not have the track record for me to put him any higher. He just doesn't. So there you go. Who's your top 2?
My top 2. 2, I have Arvell Reese, and 1, I have David Bailey. Here's the thing. Let me, because I haven't done this at all. Let me do some Arvell Reese defense for the end of my take on this episode. Okay, I do have David Bailey 1. Nothing's going to change it. It is relatively new because the only thing I've been stuck on is the fact that he completely disappeared in the back half of the year and didn't seem to do anything against like the tougher teams. That absolutely terrifies me.
As it should.
I do want to throw in the fact that the dude's still 20 years old versus David Bailey, who's 22. He's a full 2 years. They're about 22.6 and 20.6. So he's a full 2 years younger here.
I will give him that.
Like they're only he's 363 days apart. They're born 2 days apart.
Sure.
For 2 years apart, but 2 days from the birthday.
Right.
You get it. But anyway, so a full 2 years younger, right? Mm-hmm. Both are 6'4", both are, decent weight. Arvell Reese a little bit lighter, but arm length, hand size, speed, all of that's in the same ballpark, right? Just in 2 years younger. The 2 years does factor in, but here's the main thing. Outside of, you could argue you have some versatility with Reese of playing linebacker / edge rusher.
Right. Which, again, you could reminder, a lot of his snaps were not at edge rusher last year.
Correct. But when you look at the edge rushing snaps, and here's the scary thing, because they're infinitely smaller than what David Bailey did, so you got a bigger sample size with Bailey.
Yeah, like a real sample size.
Right. But Reese pass rushing snaps 119 versus Bailey's 380. But their poop ratio, both double digits, and Reese's is higher, smaller sample size. Reese 11.76, Bailey's a cool 10, right? Mm-hmm. And infinitely more hurries. Bailey's got 43 hurries and Reese has got 13. But if you're looking, you get it. That too. But the main thing, the statistic that I like the best that I came up with on my own is when I look at actual statistics of sacks and tackles for a loss, because I always argue that's the same thing. You're just tackling a different player, different position, I should say. Okay. Much smaller sample size, but based on snaps taken, Arvell Reese leads everybody by a huge margin in this class of sacks and tackles for a loss at 3.87%. David Bailey is not quite in second. Wow, actually, Aiden Hubbard. Wow, the guy that said might be my guy's had a 9.6. Okay, he's moving up, folks.
There you go.
He's not at 15. He's moving up.
A little addendum there.
David Bailey's at an 8.95 versus Reese's 13.87. Again, much smaller sample size. All I'm saying is Bailey's guaranteed number 1. Reese is guaranteed number 2 because of what I've seen in the small sample size and knowing that he's 20.
If you made Arvell Reese a linebacker at the next level that you sometimes had rush the passer, I would agree with you with where he'd be slotted. He'd still be behind Sonny Styles, mind you, but he'd probably be the number 2 linebacker.
I have Sonny Styles above both of these guys.
As you should, right? But that's the thing. The reason why I don't have Arvell Reese as high as other people do than other people do, I know I don't, not just maybe, I know I don't, is because he's had 138 pass rushing snaps in his college career. Mm-hmm. That's a third of what David Bailey had in one season.
He'll have a first-round grade for me, but I'll just blanket probably as of now, just literally because I haven't done like our full big board yet. He'll probably just be 7 because I'll refuse to have him in my top 6, but I see the ceiling. The ceiling is top 6.
Yeah. Again, another player that if you put him in the right system will go gangbusters. However, if you have a team that just says, go run around Arvell and figure it out, I don't think he's built for that.
No, he won't.
You look at, and the other thing too, that I haven't. We don't have the wherewithal to go through and analyze every pass rush snap that a man has. But I was watching just some footage trying to catch up on the Penn State guys on the offensive line. And one of the sacks that I think one of the two guys gave up was Reese, who just blew around him, but not from an edge rusher hand in the ground standpoint. He came swooping around the edge guy as an outside linebacker. So some of his sacks, which are sacks, legit, weren't coming from a matchup on a tackle. It was because he just took advantage of the situation. Not wrong, but something needs to be in context. That's why he is sitting at 3.
I totally agree.
Now, we both had David Bailey at 1. I got Cassius Howell at 2 because the ratios are still there. Man.
Gosh.
I know he's short-armed. I know he's a 3-4 outside linebacker.
Who will you allow me to bet against Cassius Howell?
No. We already bet this, and I'm already going to lose. Remember?
Oh,
we already
Bailey.
bet David Bailey and Howell, and I'm already going to lose. I've already accepted this is an L for me, and I'm fine with it. But I still think Cassius Howell is the second best edge rusher in this class, even though he is only
seems how it's
scheme-specific.
basically a guaranteed L. Here's your one and only opportunity. Do you want to make a new bet on that and scrap the Bailey bet?
Dude, here's the thing. Bailey, I literally just got done talking about, is the only guy I feel good about in this class to be a top-tier edge rusher right away.
So do you want to scrap it? Do you want me to pick a new name?
No, I think we need we have integrity here. As much as we have other ridiculous things, we have integrity here, and I will stand by the early season.
Standing by his bet.
I will stand by the whiff if it happens early in the season. That being said, maybe David Bailey, I don't know, has decides to go be a basket weaver or something, and I don't have to worry about it. And Cassius Howell's more sacks. I don't know. We'll see. Not feeling good about that though. We'll see. All right. Anything you want to wrap up with here on these two position groups? One of your favorite combos for the day?
I just want to say you had a chance. You had a chance.
It's documented now. Yep. Taking the L.
That's all I got. Aiden Hubbard moving up, and my boy my fire up Chips. He's moving up. Michael Helbin.
Yeah, you know what? I may have to make space for Hubbard as well. We'll see what happens. And again, we talk about
he wasn't in there.
He wasn't in my top. No, he was right on the outside. He's in that next tier of UDFA guys. So, yep.
Bye, everybody. I'm hitting stop.
Clearly, we got some work to do to iron some of this stuff out, but we still have a month to go before the draft. We'll come with our last positional rankings next time, and then it's just going to be all kinds of chaos and fun as we get ready for the 2026 NFL draft coming up in a month. Draft.